Welcome to our podcast, Happy Household. We appreciate you listening in. Ben and I started this podcast to share some insights on what we have found successful and maybe what wasn't so successful. Our hope is that we can help each of you in some small way while getting to spend some quality time together. We feel the key to a successful relationship is trust and communication. Whether it be with friends, family, or significant others, open communication builds trust and creates a home that can become a happy household.
Hey, Sweet Pea.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm stressing out. Stressing to the max. I'm like a rubber band ready to pop. Woohoo! Like a pimple ready to burst.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I know. That's just the way it came in my brain, I guess. So I would like to welcome everybody back to a new episode. We've been digging quizzes out of the book that we have, 101 Quizzes for Couples by Natasha Burton. Some of these quizzes are pretty cool. Some of these are super in-depth and they require a lot of brain power, which unfortunately I just do not have this week. So we were flipping through here and we picked one and it was stressing me out. So we decided to choose a different one this time. This one here is called How Would We Describe Us?
Oh boy.
Well, the good thing is it's kind of like a multiple choice question, so that ought to be good.
Okay. Well, that'll make it a little bit easier, I guess.
So, question 1 is very simple. It's a choice between two choices. You have two choices. Real simple. Are you an optimist or a pessimist?
I always get those two confused. Pessimist is the bad one. Optimist is a good one, right?
Yes. Optimist, you always look in the positive. Pessimist, you always focus on the negative.
Well, if I'm for myself, probably lean more towards pessimist. If I think about other people, I think optimist. I'm a good equal of both.
Right?
Depends on the situation, to be honest.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But for the most part, I'd say optimist.
You're most optimist?
Yeah.
I kind of
You can call me Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. Optimisy Prime.
That sounds terrible.
Because you're... never mind.
I get it. But my mind went south of the border.
At any rate, as for myself, I think I'm a lot of both. I really hope for the best, but I kind of plan for the worst. So I kind of fall right in the middle. I genuinely love to be surprised. So when I figure that, well, this probably could go sideways pretty quick. And when it doesn't, I'm like, yay, excitement, right? So I would have to say that I kind of fall in the middle. There's quite a few times that I can be pessimistic, and there's a lot of times that I really hope for the optimism and excited when that happens. What do you think? Think it's pretty close?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2. I already know what you're going to say for this one. We're both going to fall. Extrovert or introvert?
Introvert.
I am mostly introverted with a tad of extrovert.
I'm full on introvert.
Yeah. I'm mostly introvert. I like to stay home most of the time. Stay away from people. Number 3, right? This one here is outgoing or shy?
Shy.
Yeah, I know that one about you.
You're outgoing.
And this one here, I too have a tendency to find the
no.
No? You don't think so? I think I fall in the middle.
No. There is no middle on that one. You're either outgoing or shy. You are outgoing. When you're in public situations, you are outgoing.
Yeah. Well, see, you know me better than I know myself. It's crazy.
It's called watching people and what they do.
Yeah. 4. Yeah, I know this one too. Logical or emotional?
You know what would be more fun is if we actually answered this for the other person.
Well, we could do that too.
What was the first question again?
Optimistic or pessimistic?
You're optimistic.
I think you're optimistic as well. Okay. Introverted or extroverted?
You are extroverted.
You're introverted.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt about that one.
Yep. I would agree with that.
Outgoing or shy? We already know you. You're shy.
Yep. And you are outgoing.
There's 100% on that one. There's no denying that one.
Yep.
And I know this one too. Logical or emotional?
You're logical to the freaking fault.
To the fault, baby. But you are emotional.
Yes. Hence the conversation we had yesterday about me wanting to throat punch you because you were annoying me so bad because you were being so technical about stuff.
It is a huge downfall of mine. I do understand that does get on everybody's nerves, and sometimes I just cannot control it. It's terrible.
Your need to be right is you need to work on it.
Yeah, that's borderline being a butthole.
Sometimes you can be, for sure.
I will not deny that.
Well, in my emotionals, like I go from being completely fine to literally I want to throat punch somebody.
Right.
And that could be part because, I'm dealing with so many other emotions, but I do need to work on that too because literally we had that conversation yesterday. Guys, it was like, I love you so much, but you are annoying me so much I want to punch you in the throat. Like, I love you, but like I need space.
Right. And I'm okay. I totally get that. And I keep seeing these videos every once in a while. It says, are you really truly married to your spouse if they do not annoy the piss out of you? I'm thinking,
well, we are married and you already annoy the piss out of me, so.
Well, see, I'm working up to that point.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other issue we're not going to go into right now.
Now, this here's a little more trickier. Right-brained or left-brained?
I don't know. I don't care.
I'm full-brained.
I don't know. I don't know the difference between the right brain, the left brain, the upside-down brain. I don't know.
Right-brained is more creative. Left brain is, I can't remember exactly what left brain falls under, but I know right-brained is more creative, more think out of the box type.
Let me look it up. The left brain versus right brain via Google. So the left brain being more logical and analytical, and the right brain being more creative and intuitive. You're left-brained. You're definitely left-brained.
I don't know. I'm quite creative.
You are left-brained.
Maybe I'm multi-brained.
No, you are left-brained.
No, you think so?
You have to know all the facts before you are creative. You are a left brain.
I like to make up facts as I go, just.
Anyway, I'm right-brained.
You're right-brained. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Now, this one here I think I already know too. Book smart or street smart?
Street.
For me or for you?
You and me.
I think you're a lot more book smart.
Nope, street smart.
I mean, you're street smart. Don't get me wrong. You definitely test high on both sides for me. You do.
Nope. Nope.
I believe it. I believe you're way book smart, way smarter than me when it comes to books.
That's funny because it would be. Never mind. I am not book smart.
Huh?
If you knew my GPA, you would be like, she's a dumbass.
There's a difference in GPA, school book smart, and actually being book smart. Right? You do a lot of reading. You have a lot of information in that beautiful little skull of yours.
Yeah, but being street smart means that I'm very intuitive of people. Like I pick up on social cues. I would say I'm more street smart than book smart.
I would agree with that.
Because street smart is like, I've had a life and I've learned on the streets not on the streets, but like I learn by doing.
Right.
And I would definitely say for you, actually, I would say you're book smart. I wouldn't say you're street smart. I would say you're book smart, even though you hate to read books, which is frustrating as all get out. As somebody who has to who is trying to attend school and have to read and do all these different things. You're like, oh, I know the answer. Did you read a book? I used to get irritated at my older brother for that too. He had like a 4-point bazillion GPA. Never brought a book home in his life. Smart. Hilarious dude.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Never had to study. He got straight A's. I would spend hours and hours and C's and D's. Yay for me. I finally made the honor roll by my senior year of high school. You're book smart. You're a lot like he is. You just know. I don't know how you know. It's not fair. It's really not fair. But in social situations, normally I'm like, shut up. That was offensive. Really, was it? So I would definitely say you're book smart. I'm street smart.
I would have to disagree with you. I think I'm more street smart than book smart because, like I said, I've never picked up a book in my life to speak of. But
I bet you're very smart.
I feel like I'm fairly intelligent. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I feel like I'm fairly intelligent. I'm kind of like a jack of all trades type deal. I don't necessarily think that I'm book smart because there's a lot of stuff that I don't read. I don't know the specifics in and outs of. But I definitely agree that I think you're a lot more book smart than you like to give yourself credit for.
Book smart refers to academic intelligence and the ability to learn from structured knowledge sources like books and formal education.
Yeah,
that's not me.
That's not me either.
Street smart refers to practical intelligence and the ability to navigate real life situations through experiences and intuition. So with that definition, I would say we're both street smart.
Yep. Now that I feel. Yeah.
I still think you're more book smart than I am, but that's okay.
No. I like being street smart anyway. Number 7. Friendly or standoffish?
Standoffish.
For me?
You're friendly. I forgot we were doing for each other. You're friendly.
I think you're friendly too. From outside looking at you, I know you can hold yourself back and be standoffish that way, but I think
I'm friendly when I have to be. Otherwise, I'm like, nobody talk to me.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I think this means more like, are you standoffish like when somebody you meet, you just kind of walk by them, don't look at them, don't say nothing. You know, even if they say something, you're like, whatever. Now that'd be like standoffish to me. No. And you don't necessarily fall in that category. You do. You are inviting.
I do like to make people feel included.
Right.
I don't like for anybody not to. I'm the first one to walk up to somebody that's like, they look a little uncomfortable. I'm going to go make them feel comfortable.
Right. And that's why I say you fall underneath the friend.
That's, I think, the empathy portion of my being.
Now, inside, you be like, I'm going to stay away from you as much as I can. How you doing? Nice to meet you. But until you get comfortable with them. But for the most part, I feel that you're far friendlier than standoffish.
I can be standoffish, though. It's usually only if somebody's ticked me off and I'm quiet.
Well, I think we all have. We all have that issue.
Initially, yeah, friend. Okay, next question.
Next question. Okay. Impulsive or restrained?
Oh.
That one you're going to have to think a little bit on, I think.
You are impulsive.
No,
You are impulsive. Initially, you are impulsive. But I'm thinking of like shopping. Like you're impulsive when it comes to that kind of stuff. But you're very restrained when it comes to the overall budget. So, like, it depends on the situation,
right.
To me.
Yeah, I think we both fall into that same track. No, I think you're far more, I think, restrained when it comes to shopping. I mean,
I hate shopping so much.
The problem with this is there's no contents, right?
Yeah.
It just has 2 words. So this could be anything.
I think overall, I would say we're both restrained.
Yeah. No, you're quite restrained. You're like, okay, well, let's think about it. Let's plan it out. Let's organize, which is amazing because I can't do that. But I mean, I can. I usually just don't.
Says the guy who has 4 savings accounts, but that's okay. I don't know how to do
it. I don't necessarily think of it that way, but
that's because you're technical.
Oh.
Anyway, I say we're both restrained.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like we're impulsive. Okay, now let me insert. If we were to walk into like the Honda off-road store in Monroe.
Right.
I was about to walk off with a $21,000
Side by side.
side by
And I'm
side.
like, no, we're just gonna leave now because no, that's not what we don't.
Oh, okay, liar. We were talking about it on the way to the thing. Like, we could actually do that. And you're like, well, we don't have a tractor. So then you started
Don't
looking
have
for a trailer. I'm sorry. We don't have a trailer that fits it. So then you started looking for trailers. I'm like, so don't tell me that you weren't impulsive. We ended up not getting anything because our restraint brain kicked in. But like, we were impulsive. When it comes to toys like that, I literally was about to walk out. That thing was beautiful. It was
Black on black.
black on black,
Nice.
2-seater. It was a Honda.
Yep. Honda Talon,
Yep.
2-seater, 2024 or
Oh.
2025. Where's it for?
I still dream of it.
I think it was 2025.
2025.
Yep. 1000R
Yep.
race package. Oh, the only thing it needed was a stage 2 race kit. Oh my Lord. I needed a windshield and a winch in the front because
Yeah, by the end of it, we were looking at like closer to 30 grand.
yeah,
But
25, 30.
I was like, listen,
Plus-
we can do it. We can do it. We just got to get a track or a trailer.
Yeah.
And then our restraint brake. So that's why I'm saying I would say we're both restraint. But when it comes to that kind of stuff, like we impulsively are like, how do I figure out how to get me what I want?
Yeah. Then
but
the
when
finances tells you, nope, that's not going to happen.
Well, and then we think about like we have groceries, we have a mortgage, we have, utilities, we have kids, we have
how many kids can we put in child labor so we can get some more money so we can buy? No, I'm just kidding.
none. Absolutely none. Listen, our kids want to work.
but the whole point is though they need to work for themselves. They don't need to work for us.
Well, they're still young enough where that's not an issue for them. But yeah. Anyway, restraint. So what's the next question?
All right, we're going with these pretty quick. Number 9. Wound up or laid back?
Depends on the situation. I don't like that this is an either or. It depends on the situation. For the most part, I would say laid back.
For me?
For you, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to answer that one for you. Because I think you kind of fall overall. You're like right smack dab in the middle. Like you said, sometimes it is situational.
Think about it from I would say laid back for me because when like big events happen and like emergencies happen, those type of things, like I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm pretty like, okay, here's what needs to be done. Like if somebody spills something, I'm like, just clean it up. Like
Right.
I think I'm pretty laid back for the most part. Like when we're having a get together or whatever, I'm not about like running around and making sure everything
Right.
is perfect. I'm like, listen, this is my house. If you don't like it, sorry.
Right.
Like
No, you're absolutely right there. There are like first thing in the morning, though you are kind of wound up. You're like, gotta go. And I'm
Wow.
like, give me an hour.
Well, first of all, first thing in the morning during the week, I have to get 4 kids off to school.
Right.
So
yeah, you're used to it. It's a routine for you. I get it.
I have it planned out so I have every minute of sleep I can get.
Every ounce of it's needed and required. Overall, I don't think you're wound up. There are times that you do get wound up a little bit, but I think we all get that way from time to time. So that's nothing.
Yeah.
Out of the ordinary. So number 10, which is the final question here, says adventurous or cautious?
Adventurous.
I think you probably fall a little more under. You are adventurous in a lot of standpoints. There are a few things you're like,
Everybody is.
yeah. These kind of
You have to pick overall.
Right. I would have to lean toward adventurous for you. Because you're like, yeah, sure, let's do it.
See, guys, this is what gets frustrating because he has to like logic his way through to like, it was a one-word answer, sweetheart. It was either adventurous or cautious. Adventurous, like,
Right.
and that's the difference between a man's brain and a woman's brain. A man's brain, singular thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woman's brain, everything that you have ever done, I can average it out in seconds.
it takes you 5 minutes to average it out.
Yeah, and that is a downfall of mine for sure.
No, it's men's versus women's brain.
Right.
There was a video that I had watched on Facebook, and I cannot remember who this guy was, but he actually talked about the difference between a man's brain and a woman's, and he had a spaghetti package, and he took out one of the spaghetti noodles. This is a man's thought. Now, my thought is, I got to go cut the grass. Breaks it and says, just thinking about his wife in her underwear. And then it breaks again because he thought about her underwear. So it's like each individual thought is a singular thing.
Right.
And then he brought out fishing wire that was like completely knotted together.
Oh,
and it was all in mishcombobulated, like,
Yep.
And he goes, but a woman's, but it was like spooled and it was all crazy cattywampers. And he said, this is a woman's thought process. Everything that has ever happened to this woman is connected. It's one
tied in one big ball of
knot. It's literally. My mom said it a little bit better, and I can't remember where she heard it from. But a man's brain is an apartment complex. Each room is its own thought. That he can leave that thought and go back, but he can't live in 2 rooms. A woman's brain is like a highway. Think about Los Angeles highway system, like how it's all like intertwined.
Interstate system.
Yeah. That's how a woman's brain works. Everything is connected. Emotions, outcomes, possibilities. So this quiz is all that was to me was man's brain versus woman's brain. I'm like, I was one-word answers like optimist.
I have to break it down
adventurous.
Because it doesn't fit. I can't.
You are trying to be too technical. You don't want to be wrong in any way. And this is what I mean about, you have to think about overall, what do you find that I'm more of? Not, well, you fall in the middle. No, it's an either or. But that's how your brain works. You're very technical. And I'm like, technically, what am I more of? It's not you fall halfway in between. It's supposed to be an either or there, honey. There's no wrong answer, but
well, obviously there is, because I failed my test.
You did not fail your test. You were just trying to be too logical about it.
Yeah, and it is a problem of mine, but there's I don't see any way around it. So we'll just have to.
Well, the start of it is stop thinking it's a problem, because it's not a problem. It's the way your brain operates. Maybe reading more often might help speed that brain up.
I'm reading. I'm on chapter 4 of my book. Thank you very much. It
was like pulling teeth to get you to read.
I have to start chapter 5. So one more thing to do.
Another thing on the list of lists.
Yeah.
We also have to plan a date because we haven't done our date at all this week.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I know, right?
So
there's just not enough. There's not enough time in the day.
Not working.
24 hours is just not enough.
No, there's enough time in the day. It's just working opposite shifts takes a lot of that time away because I'm working when you're off and you're working when I'm off.
Right.
So we only really have Saturdays because we got church on Sundays. And then usually Sunday afternoons we have a family gathering, or Saturday mornings we have a family gathering. So we really only have 24 hours in a week for us to, which is a lot. But then you got to consider spending time with kids. You got to consider running the kids everywhere they got to go.
Right.
But
I got 48 hours a week. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and wrap it there for this week. And hours.
Like there wasn't enough time in the day.
Oh, there's not enough time.
Really,
in the day.
there's 24 hours for us. It's just trying to finagle 24 hours and spending it with your family, my family, the girls, or, the kids, and the kids' extended family because we're both.
Yeah, there's just
and we want to spend quality time, and that's, I think, where the pressure is coming from, is the quality time. We don't want to just, here's 5 minutes, enjoy it. But sometimes that's all we really have, but
there's just not enough.
So yeah. But with that, we appreciate you guys listening this week, and we look forward to hearing from you guys in the comment sections, emails. Feel free to send us any.
Yep, and you can send us emails at happyhouseholdpodcast@gmail.com. You can hang with us in Facebook at Happy Household on Facebook. We're on YouTube, which is where probably already got these from there. It is Happy Household Podcast on YouTube, and we are on Spotify. Happy Household. Send us a star. Send us 5 stars. That just lets us know that you're listening, and we appreciate all of it. Like, comment, share, the whole 9 yards. You know the rules, you know the routines, and we'll catch you. We'll catch you next time.
Yep. Like, follow, share. Find us on YouTube, Facebook. We look forward to hearing from you guys. And we appreciate all the support. But until next time, we hope you guys have a wonderful week and new blessings come to you on a daily basis. And with that, we'll talk at you later. Bye.
Bye.